5 months ago, 90 high-achieving high school students from across Winnipeg joined Junior Achievement in order to develop, produce, market, and sell their products to the public. Over the next few days, the teams will pitch their company's product to a panel of judges. The teams will be vying for cash prizes with the ultimate goal of being selected the winner of the perfect pitch. Now, let's meet the judges. Joelle Foster is the director of Manitoba, Nunavut, and NWT for the Canadian Youth Business Foundation. Stephen Paulus is the chair of the Downtown Winnipeg Biz Youth Entrepreneurship Committee. He's also a negotiator at Avis & Young Commercial Real Estate. And Joshua Logan is a senior account manager at RBC. Joshua assists both new and existing business owners with startup and expansion capital. Hi everyone, and welcome to The Perfect Pitch here on Shaw TV. My name's Al Foster. What's this program all about, you ask? Well, 7 teams from various schools across Winnipeg have actually developed companies. They've gone so far as to develop a business plan. They've even sold shares to investors, and they've even sold their products to the public in malls at various trade fairs. Now, let's meet our first team. Team Royal Soil is based out of Kelvin High School. It's dedicated to providing its customers with a convenient way of planting flowers with the use of hydrosoil. This team's hydrosoil has the ability to hold more than twice the amount of water than conventional potting mix. Not only is the product convenient, but also attractive. Royal Soil, you're on.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Charlemagne. I'm the VP of Marketing, and we are
Royal Soil.
All right, and our product here is hydrosoil, and hydrosoil is a more modified version of soil, and it holds up to twice the amount of water than regular soil. And you can buy your product in 2 different ways. You can buy just the soil for $5, and that comes in a little packaging, or you can buy it with this whole unit, which includes the vases, the pot, and the soil itself, and if you'd like, pre-potted seeds. Also, we looked to the more convenient way for our customers, so that includes transportation, time, and considering it holds more water than regular soil, the customers will have less time for watering. And so you can spend more time studying, or you can spend more time working. But also, we look to the convenience of having it suit many different styles of spaces. So for example, you can have it in your offices, in your living rooms, or just simply decor for indoor-outdoor purposes.
Yeah, and as Charlemagne said, we have 2 types of products. We have the vase, and we also have the bag of soil itself, which is 3 liters for $5. Mm-hmm. The process of producing our soil, we have this additive we add to the soil, which absorbs 500 times its mass in water. So then we add that to the soil, and it makes it so it absorbs 3 times more water than regular soil. So then it'll cut your watering time 3 times. It'll hold it in, and it'll release it as necessary. And we've made several prototypes. Customers recommend different things all the time. And just recently, most customers recommended we do the bags and sell it in bulk so they can replace their gardens and place their plants at home.
Yep.
So that's what we're starting to do now.
Okay. And the unit itself, it costs $10 for this lovely vase, pot, pre-planted with the rocks, everything that looks really pretty, good for a desk or anything like that. And for the soil itself on its own in the bag, it costs $5 for 3 liters of soil, which is about 2.4 kilograms of soil. And spreads out pretty decently over your garden or whatever you're putting it in. Mm-hmm. And that's more for gardeners or anybody who's like really going to use just the soil. But for any like office workers or anybody who wants to just add a little bit of pizzazz to their desk or just make their work day a little bit better, then this would be the unit that we would recommend for them.
Yep. And also as a company, we adapt whatever feedback our customers have to us. So if it's Valentine's Day and they decide, hey, I would like it in all red, then we'd give them a more decorative version of it. We'd add hearts or anything. And considering now that it's springtime, we may add decorations to the pots around it. Yep. We look forward to having more feedback on the product to make it better.
Yeah, as a team, we did a SWOT analysis to observe our strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats, and we realized that a big opportunity was, since it's becoming springtime, we can actually sell it to like garden centers, and they could sell our product to their customers, and that's a big opportunity we want to take up right now.
And in terms of scalability and distribution, our soil, once we get an investment that we're like hoping to get soon, we could sell just the main ingredient in our soil and distribute that to different places around the world. And that ingredient is sodium polyacrylate. And it would be really lightweight and easy to transport, very cheap to transport, and then can be just put in with regular soil that would be obtained locally wherever it's shipped to. And then we could put it together and have it in the soil, and it would be very cheap to get it done worldwide.
Yes, and that is Rural Soil, and thank you.
Coming up after the break,
So it's not the soil that's unique, it's the ingredient that you're putting into, so it's drops.
Their reaction to the price of the product, do you think that was holding them back from buying it?
questions for Rural Soil judges.
Boy, do I got a lot.
Oh, very good.
Okay, so so it's not the soil that's unique, it's the ingredient that you're putting into, so it's drops.
Yes, they're little crystals, and when you add water to them, they build up and they form these big water gels. And, so half the soil is produced with this water gel,
Okay,
and the water gel releases the water.
So it's nothing that you invented yourself, it's something that you're buying and then you're putting into this product.
Yes, we're combining it with the soil.
How come it's not in Winnipeg, this hydro soil?
Oh,
Sodium bicarbonate?
we're not totally sure. We've looked at like regular soil. They have like absorbance levels, and through testing, we found that ours is more absorbent. So we find that ours is just extra compared to theirs, and it's out there. We just have more additive to it.
Interesting.
How much and where do you buy it from?
Okay, I'll answer this one. Right now, to get the ingredient, it's also commonly found in diapers, so we just extract it from diapers, and we just use the recycled diapers after that. We kind of just put them and send them back for recycling.
New diapers, right?
Yeah, we do new diapers, not clean. Like we recycle our waste from it. Like, yeah.
So if you bought it in bulk versus a smaller amount, it wouldn't make that much of a difference if you guys did decide to go larger distribution method?
Originally, we did research that we would buy the crystals in like a raw container, and that it's a lot cheaper, but for the amount that we expected to produce by the end of Junior Achievement, for example, we found out that it's just easier to do it this way rather than buying a bulk form, which
you
we
guys
would
on a
never
deadline,
use.
obviously.
Yeah. And it's also more convenient to have all the materials for the product to be found locally.
So if I had this, if this was all full of dirt and I had a plant in there, I only have to water it, what, twice a month or?
Depends on the plant, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's whatever the plant would need normally. We can cut your watering time in half, 2 to 3 times.
Really?
I'm afraid I'm going to cut your time completely now.
That's totally
it for
fine.
questions. Feedback for these folks.
This is really interesting. I mean, I really want to buy some right now because all my plants are dying because I'm traveling so much. So there's a good target market for you is people who travel.
Thank you very much.
Seems like a lot of work to take all that product out of diapers to me. There's got to be a better way. You know, I think, you know, trying to search out to see, you know, if you can find a source for it. And yeah, I mean, if you can get to garden centers, I mean, that'd be phenomenal if you can do that, because I think there's definitely a need out there, and it's surprising that they don't have it in the marketplace. So I'm curious as to why.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. It's a really unique product. I like the science behind it, and I think with the cutthroat industry that's gardening and stuff like that, I mean, you might want to look at even licensing it or something like that eventually, you know, with one of the bigger producers.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Royal Soil.
Thank you.
And we're here now with Team Royal Soil, and I've learned something today. I'm not a very smart man. First of all, talk about how you got business and science to go together like that, Sean.
We started doing some online research, and we looked towards gardening and saw that soil really needs to hold more water. And we kind of just thought that the good ideas we saw online would be really easy to make into a product, and so we did.
But Charlemagne, like, there's some pretty complex stuff at work here, isn't there?
Well, actually, it's rather simple. We just figure out how much water it holds, and then we just try to compare. It's more on the comparison basis, you see.
And Morgan, as the judges were mentioning, there is a real need for a product out there, especially in a market like Winnipeg. We have per capita probably some of the biggest numbers when it comes to garden and greenhouses out there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that are like, we want to replace our plants with this soil. We want to replace our soil. So we're trying to give them that soil, and so they can replace their gardens or just single plants, or even sell it to centers, and we think that's a great idea.
So talk about the plans now to amp up production, as it were.
We're trying to go and do more trade fairs to get our product out there, and our advertising is still going just as we've always been going, getting it really out there with social media and all these other things. And yeah.
We've got the website, royalsoil.ca.
There you go. That's an entrepreneur who gets a plug in for the website at the end of the interview. Thank you so much for being on the show today, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Coming up after the break.
We saw a market filled with unnatural paraffin wax lead-based candles.
Have you considered maybe branding the product a little bit more, like having a logo on it?
Meet Mirage, a junior achievement team also based out of Kelvin High School. It's a student-run company that produces and sells homemade candles. As a group, it thrives on the fact its candles are of high quality and are sold in decorative glass jars. Mirage, you can begin your pitch.
Hi, I'm Robin.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Aaron. And so our junior achievement company is Mirage, and we produce candles.
We chose to produce candles because we saw a market filled with unnatural paraffin wax lead-based candles that were unnatural and unhealthy. And the candles that we did see on the market that had a bit more of a natural feel to them, they were really expensive, and we also thought this was unnecessary. So we saw a place in this market where we could come in and introduce something natural, something easy, something fun, something cute that was easy on your wallet and on you. So yeah, the production is fairly simple. We get most of our raw materials from New Directions Aromatics, and all we have to do is, take the wax and melt it down in the double boiler, and add the scent that we need, which is specific to which candle we are making, and add the color that we need to dye it, and then mix it all together, and once it's ready, we just pour it right into the jar that already has the wick in it. So far, we have sold 40 candles, and we have 60 more in inventory. We have been selling these small candles, such as this, for $7, which is because it only costs us $3.50 to make, and it only costs us $4 to make the big one, which we are selling for $10. So with our profit margins, we are making around $5 to $6 per candle, which is great for reordering and quick usage.
We would like to use the investment money to further expand our website to better allow our customers to order online, customize their items, their products to suit their needs, and as well to advertise on social media websites to expand to audiences on the internet to expose our product and our company.
As well as our technological advances, we would also like to use the investment to expand our line of candles and introduce a line of soaps to complement the candles?
We found that our market is sustainable as is with the profit that we are bringing in with the current, our current selling point, and that, you know, with our natural candles, with this wax and the way we're doing it with the cutesy little jars that, you know, remind us of homemade jam with our grandma or something like that, people are really coming back and they're really clinging to this idea of we can have a healthy candle for something that won't break my bank. So, yeah.
And for more information, you can visit our website at candlesandsoaps.ca, and to contact us directly, we have our email account, which is mirage@candlesandsoaps.ca.
Thank you very much.
Coming up after the break,
Absolutely, and in fact, we have been building that line just last week at our meeting.
Good, very good. And how many scents do you have?
judges, questions for our entrepreneurs.
Can I smell
can we smell
the?
them?
Absolutely, you can. Which one did you like in particular?
Yeah, try them all.
All right, perfect. This is our green tea,
And which one is this?
vanilla.
This is dragon's blood.
And this one is this green one is.
This is green tea, and this one is spruce.
Ooh, I like this. This is vanilla,
Yeah.
Okay.
and this is green tea.
We have
You got all
more.
the candles now.
We have more available at our
pass
trade
it on.
fairs, but we can only bring so many today.
Okay, so I guess my first question is, as that wick gets lower down, how hot does the jars get, and will they break from the heat?
See, I was worried about that too when we first started, but you know, when I'm burning my candles at home, it's easy to touch, and I move it from shelf to shelf, and I bring it with me when I'm going, and it really doesn't get too hot at all.
Because I guess those are canning jars, so they usually go into hot water anyways, right?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
okay.
So we've had no
Interesting.
trouble to date.
Okay. Have you ever tried to contact the company that actually makes the jars, just to see how much heat it can take, just for safety?
We have not done that yet.
Have you considered maybe branding the product a little bit more, like having a logo on it, whether it be on the top of the jar, a tag? Okay,
It is,
perfect. There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Does it have the website built into that?
No, it does not.
Yes,
okay.
it does.
Would they burn longer, slower than your typical big box store candle?
They actually burn slower because this you can see how far this one went. It's only been 7 hours that this one has been burning. So we haven't exactly been able to burn through a candle yet so far, but our estimate is about 20 hours for this one and 40 for the larger candles.
Are you able to make some candles that have a stronger scent for people who really like that stronger smell?
Absolutely, and in fact, we have been building that line just last week at our meeting.
Good, very good. And how many scents do you have?
Yeah.
We have 6 scents right now, and another unscented for people who just flat out don't want it.
And I sense that
Simple
the
hands.
time for questions is up here, judges. Just any more feedback that you might have for Mirage here.
What he had mentioned about the benefits and the hazards, I think that is such a key selling point. And I think you need to just do a little bit more research.
Yeah, focus on the candles and more the social media aspect, just kind of getting the brand out there as well. What makes you different than your competitors?
But overall, great presentation. You really hit on all the key points, so very well done.
And I kind of want to buy some. Is it possible to?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. We're here now with Team Mirage, and I'm going to start to the right with Aaron. That was a learning experience, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, we've learned how to properly expand our product online, how to properly do it, and get feedback on our presentation.
Tell me why candles, Robin. Why did you guys want to do this?
We found that in the market of candles that a lot of them were paraffin wax based, and they had a lot of lead in it and a lot of artificial chemicals that weren't exactly healthy for home environments.
And turning to you, Rachel, you guys made a sale tonight.
Awesome.
Just talk about what the whole experience has been like, having to market something like this and to take it to trade shows, because obviously candles are a big thing at things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've found that a lot of people at our trade fairs have been really open.
to our candles and hearing us talk, even if they're not ready to buy right away. They've been really open and friendly and ready to see us on our adventure.
And you obviously got some encouragement to look at expansion now. Just talk about what some of your plans are.
Well, we definitely want to expand using our website and getting out there with social media. And hopefully maybe we could squeeze in an extra trade fair that isn't necessarily scheduled for the other groups.
All right, well, it was a lot of fun having all three of you on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Tune in for the next episode of The Perfect Pitch.
Now we're also excited because we have a lot of social media as well. We're trying to connect with customers all across the globe.
Everybody loves it, like your grandma, your father, your dad, everybody.
Like if someone saw that, they would know what it's called.